Hey, hello YouTube scrappers. Yeah, today's episode is how to tear down an airplane. Well, part of an airplane anyway. Got the fuselage here, picked it up. I think I'll just use 10 snips here, and like I really know how to tear an airplane down. This is my first. I'm thinking of using my air chisel and just try to pop these rivets out. And at the frame, I'll have to grab the magnet, check all that good stuff. I want to give a little update on this trailer. I got the boat finally cut up. Might take a couple weeks to get rid of it all. So you can see I got it all cut up right here. Trash runs Thursday, so I'll top off the dumpster. Anyway, my plans for the boat, I'm going to try to get all these brackets here cut off. And I got 2x4s on there right now, just kind of doing a little mock-up, which plan on running the 2x4s here, about 20-inch centers, and this is like 410 or something between the fenders. So, and the 2x4s are going to come out right about the same height as the fender. So I figured just run the 2x4s across, which once this bracket's out of there, that'll sit back a little more, and then I'll probably run down here I'll probably try to run a 2x8, kind of flush it up here, give it more strength, and then I probably might put a dark stain on it or something, paint, and then cut out some white sign vinyl, put Okie Scrapper on there, and then put maybe the Facebook and the YouTube logo. Yeah, it's got a little rust, but yeah, it's just gonna be mainly for going out and picking stuff up, tandem axle, so that'll help. Something be light enough to pull behind my little Chevy Colorado. That 2x4 there, that's roughly 12 foot from the back, so it'll be just under 5 foot by 12 foot. I should be able to haul 10 appliances on there, or a couple riding mowers. I gotta get this hitch cut off of there, and a coupler, and then try to straighten that end up if I can, and get a new 3-inch coupler and put on there. I've got a different jack for it out in the semi, and probably get this piece here off of it. Another thing I'm looking at is right here, this one U-bolt here. Yeah, I might go around the other side, might be able to see it better. You got a U-bolt right here and one right here, and basically it holds the channel iron, which holds the fender. So what I'm thinking about trying to do is try to shift that whole thing forward about 10 inches, 10 to 12 inches, to kind of to bring it forward, and that way there's not quite so much tongue weight out here. Kind of balance it out a little bit more, so there's not so heavy in the front, and and plus, by having it forward more, it'll respond a little quicker when I back it. I figure I'll have roughly 10 pieces of this 1x6 decking, pressure treated lumber, and then this, like I say, this mock-up. Then I'll have my wooden uprights, 2x4s, and I'll drill through. I don't know if you're seeing that. I'll drill through the frame and bolt the uprights onto the frame, and hopefully that'll be also right next to my cross members, so then I can run some screws through the 2x4 into the uprights. And like I say, it'll be just high enough where the 2x4s will put it right over the framework here, and then I figured run about 3 of these up. And then I'm thinking about putting brackets on the side to hold my ramps. I've got set of ramps right here. I can put them on one side, and then I got my folding ramp over here in the Colorado. I got it on the other side. The way I can do it. Where it sits, I can have one part hanging over the frame, and then I can either run something around it, a piece of chain or something, to hold it up against it, and then it should ride like that. That way it doesn't take up any room in the trailer or in the truck. Well, I guess I think I talked for about 10 minutes there. Yeah, I got to try to get this thing off the trailer. You can tell there's not a lot to it, just some framework. Looks like it's pretty much all aluminum. I'll have to check that cable, find out if it's aluminum or what. I got a little bit of inside stuff here. Take a little further cleaning up, but not too shabby. Let's see. I'm not going to get it all on the video, but I get a little bit of this. Give me a couple barrels out here. Probably take the sawzall and do this a whole lot faster. I gotta see about where. Okay, right about almost directly in front of me. I can probably back out. Well, I am backed out. Okay, thought I might have been zoomed in. Give me some air hose out here. It's just going to be time consuming. I'm going to make a trip to Atwoods and Harbor Freight. Probably hear a little bit about dark. Go down and try to get the hardware to bolt my uprights on and get my coupler for the front. So I can start working on getting that cut off and also work on probably getting that axle moved forward. Figure loosen up the 4 U-bolts. Then I got a 2-ton chain hoist. Hook that onto the axle and up front somewhere. Ratchet it forward. Got some screws there for TV antenna, I guess. I guess if you're flying at night after dark, you got TV so the passengers will have something to do. This is just a little piece right here. What I may have to do just on this top, either get a ladder or go ahead and just chop this off and then get the top down where I can work on it. It's about cut through there anyway. I have no idea if this is a special type of aluminum. Most aluminum pays pretty much the same anyway, from what I've seen, within a few cents. I used to kind of hate working with aluminum anyway because it took so much to make a pound, and then the pound was only like 30 cents, but now it's not even that. What, 15, 20 cents now. I kind of hated taking the time to even clean up aluminum. But if you got it, well, this is probably the fuel line here. Huh. Yeah, it looks like the chisel might work. I guess I could actually put the other bit on and just cut it into pieces with the air chisel. Probably be a lot easier than well, I can tell that's the steel cable and that's the steel cable. They're looking at the rust on it. Yeah, in a way I didn't want to have to use a Sawzall and cutting this up, because using the Sawzall you end up with all that little fragments. But I think that air chisel might be the way to go. I'm probably just gonna have to pull this out here. Probably gonna have to pull my sides off and the back off and just drag it out onto the ground where I can get it down to work on it. Yeah, this has been a good little trailer here. Get that little winch on there. Got a piece of cable holding that. Okay. Got a hat on. It's kind of hard to wear a hat in the GoPro. Man, I don't know. This thing looks like it's looking at the ground now. I hope it hasn't been that way long. If it has, I'll be deleting this video. Yeah, it's probably about time to call it a day on this video anyway. Wonder how many pounds we got there. Might be the thing to do is pop it apart with this rivet gun. Cut right through it. I don't know. Easiest way might be just taking the Sawzall to it, honestly. Got that frame in there. Kind of contours in. That's on my wish list, a new saw. I probably need to get a finer blade. I got a really aggressive blade on here. Okay, looks like I got a couple pieces of tin there. It looks kind of rusty. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I may edit a lot of this airplane out of this video and just pretty much have the trailer. So till then, folks, I'll probably put out another video tomorrow on as I unload that stuff I bring in. So we'll talk to you then. Bye bye.